How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Top 5 Live. To my left or right, depending on your vantage view, this way, that way, this way,
There you go.
is it says Morgan Iverson, but it's
Does it,
not. It does. It says Morgan
bro?
Iverson.
Why
So
does it?
today you're playing Danny J. Quick is playing the role of Morgan Iverson.
All right, I gotta
Uh,
be combative, and I gotta be angry,
you
and
gotta
I
be
gotta
angry.
and I gotta poke
How
poke.
you gonna say? You gotta do that at least once.
How you gonna say that
There you go.
the
Just,
sky
just,
ain't
just
blue?
There it is. There it is. And I am Javon O'Stokes, aka Most Opinionated. How y'all doing today? Uh as always, feel free to there it is. Feel free to comment in the chat. One of our brothers is out today. You know, he's taking care of some family business, so we're gonna keep him in his prayers. I hope everything works out. But we still here to entertain y'all. And we might have a guest.
Yeah,
Maybe.
might have a guess, and
We
if
might
y'all
have
want
a
to jump on,
guest.
let us know. If
If
you want
y'all
to jump
want to
on,
jump on, let us know.
let us know.
We are feeling extra spicy today. Today's list, when we get to it, is top 5 most recognizable people alive. Alive. All right. Because
Alive.
obviously, if you
That's,
say dead, it'd be like Michael Jackson and a few other people, but live.
oh
But we
man,
also gonna talk about a couple things. Go ahead, Dean.
y'all should have gave me access to this.
Oh my god.
Y'all should have gave me access to this, bruh.
I mean, I could take it over too, you know.
I'm about to be messing the show up.
Please don't mess the show up. Morgan. Oh, we got our guest. I'm gonna bring him in with a Stoke podcast introduction.
Bring them
This
on in.
man is one of the coolest dudes in independent comic books. He has a visual style all his own, and a opinion that's always straight to the point but smooth. Y'all show your love for Wally V.
What up?
Wally McNair in the building.
What
Did
up?
I
What up?
did I bring in? Did I bring in?
Man, that is more than appreciated. You just set all these people up for a downfall.
No, bro.
Why
We
you
got
lying,
you
man?
here.
What is you doing, Danny?
Hey, I'm switching it
Yo,
up, baby. Y'all
yo,
should
we
have
gotta switch it
y'all
up.
should
Listen,
have gave me access.
would you
Y'all
stop?
should
Leave it
y'all
alone,
should have
Danny.
gave me
You
access
just
to behind the
oh my
scenes,
god,
man. I'm
And give Danny no toys to play with,
oh my
bro.
god.
gonna give me a toy to
What's
play
they
with. You know
say
I'm gonna
about
play
you
with.
give people power? It just shows you more of who they are. That's Danny
Absolute
right
power.
That's
now.
right.
Absolute
I'm
power
abusing
corrupted.
it.
You are
I'm gonna
definitely an
abuse
abuser of power. What's up, Wally? How you doing, man? I haven't spoken to you since we argued about what was that debate about? That was like it was silly. Was it Will Smith or
it.
No,
Y'all
was
talking
it?
about Kyrie.
The Kyrie thing.
Oh, the Kyrie man. That feels so freaking long ago.
I don't know why Danny said y'all. Like he wasn't there too.
I wasn't in on it. I wasn't in on it. I was
As a
just
matter of fact,
Why you lying, man?
I think me and Javon were ultimately fairly calm compared to you and Morgan.
nah. Morgan was the one that was hyping.
Morgan always
I just
hype.
be in the background. I just be in the background. I just say my piece and keep it
Why
moving.
you lie? Yo? So listen, if I really
I might
wanted Danny doesn't get out of pocket, but Danny he instigates debates. If
oh
y'all
yeah.
haven't realized, would you stop?
All right, this feels better.
Listen,
I'm gonna
if,
leave you
if
alone.
y'all
I'm gonna leave
getting
you
dizzy at home because this man is playing tic-tac-toe with the boxes, I apologize.
Danny
alone.
the
Gotta get it
beast.
right. Gotta get it
My
right,
nails
man.
are stuffy. All right, so yeah, so what do y'all want to get in first, man? We can talk about Ed Reed. We can talk about The Last of Us. We can talk about what was the other thing you got down there?
We was talking about that was it. Ed Reed and The Last of Us,
No, there
and
was
then
one more.
hold on, let me move my picture so I can see.
Yeah, your picture. Just put the picture up.
Oh, I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know how to do it.
Man, let's start with good old Ed Reed, man.
Oh,
Good old
okay.
Ed
So,
Reed.
who wanna summarize it?
Um,
Go ahead,
all
Danny.
I'll say all I know is I heard last week. I saw him on the Instagram as that's where news be traveling the fastest these
Say it
days.
like an old ass man.
On the Instagram, on the internet. It just seemed like he was upset about the facilities and at Bethune Cookman, and you know, he was having issues with not getting support that he thought that they should have. This is following in the aftermath of Deion Sanders leaving an HBCU to go to Colorado, and you know, so recently, I want to say it was Saturday, he announced, that they declined to ratify his contract. So
Right.
apparently they had an agreement, they had a handshake agreement, or they had a an agreement that was supposed to be in place, but they decided not to go through with it. And they said, I saw that he apologized for his lack of professionalism and all that stuff. And you know, it's a tumultuous situation from what I see. And I just wanted to, hear your thoughts on it. Is that a red stain on, you know, the legacy that Deion Sanders was trying to make, having more athletes, more star athletes, more NFL athletes go to support these HBCUs? Is this something that you think is going to be um that's going to happen more often, or is this just an Ed Reed thing?
You want to go, Wally?
Um, when you say do I think it's a stain? Are you saying as far as other people wanting to deal with HBCUs? Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
like yeah, I think you know with Dion leaving, I think Ed Reed was kind of the next one that was kind of out there saying, "Hey, we're gonna go. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna support HBCUs and try to bring some attention and some funding to these schools so that these kids can get the help that they need to get to the next level." And do you think that this is a step back, or do you think this is just a bump in the road?
I mean, personally, I'm of the accord of everybody can't be held accountable for what happens with one. So because this happened in one situation or two situations, it doesn't mean that every school is on the same type of time. You know what I mean? I think with Ed Reed, he was talking about what was happening. There's some general things, but then there's things that were specific to where he was as well. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I would hope that other people, if they're interested in taking a similar path to him or Dion, then whatever school they're looking at, they go check for themselves to see what the situation is. But we know sometimes once things go crazy, it go crazy, and some people don't find nothing out for themselves. They just react based off of whatever subset of people they feel like speak how they speaking. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like there's a lot of problems with the school system in general, not just HBCUs, especially when we start talking about athletics and we talk about the kids, the athletes, the funding, the yada yada yada. So there's problems out there, period. But in his particular case, I understood. I mean, from what I know of, bro, he ain't never been no angry, belligerent person typically, so clearly everything that he experienced hit him a certain way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And he was very passionate and felt the way about it and let it be known. And I think the coolest people sometimes have to blow their top a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to be cool all the time, especially when something really mattered to you. You know, he apologized. I don't even know if he really I, I don't think it was so much apologizing to the school directly, but more to people that felt disappointed in him
yeah,
or felt like, he didn't have to go, you know, and probably as he mentioned when he did that follow-up situation where he was just talking about the parents that he had talked to personally. He talked and some of the kids that he had talked to personally and probably feeling very disappointed and let down on that. But for me, ultimately, as I am as a person, that wouldn't change if I was going in that direction. It wouldn't change me from still pursuing to see if there was something. Even he said he would still pursue if they hadn't went the route that they went. You know what I'm saying? Because he believes in something beyond whoever made those decisions. You know what I'm saying? But people are gonna be people, man.
yeah. Javon?
I mean, I'm kind of with there with Wally. So I didn't know as much about the situation until recently. Shout out to Chana. Chana sent me some info um, with some backstory. So I didn't know about him going off on Instagram and cursing and being upset about the facilities.
Hmm.
I agree that's unprofessional, but then it's funny because then they posted this video from him a while back talking about how when he was a player, he didn't want the people walking around to have to clean up his mess. If a trash can is sitting right in front of him, like when he's taking his tape off, he would see players like just taking the tape off and throw it on the ground, and he'd be
Mhm.
like, "Yo, like it's the little things, like it's the details. Y'all got to pick this up."
Right.
So clearly he felt a certain way about it. So I think I understand where the school is coming from in deciding, well, you can't diss us and then we hire you. But at the same time, if your facilities weren't right, your facilities weren't right.
Right.
Um, I do think I don't think this is gonna mess anything up for anybody else, but I do think the next coach that tries to come on will probably be a lot more judicial with their words. Is that the right word?
Judicious. Yeah, you got
Judicious with their words, um, and probably stay off social media like that.
it. Mhm.
Because there's always this, you got to keep things in house sometimes, and like you might have a problem with the facilities, but like you might want to. He probably, if he would do it all over again, I doubt he would, do that. But like I said, at the same time, I felt bad because then there were all the reports about all these, athletes that were coming to bring money and give money to him, not him, but the school to support the athletics and the team. But it sounds like they're all backing out now because they're not ratifying the contract, which sucks. Um, but I understand both sides. So I mean, I hate that it happens because I like Wally. I'm with you. Ed Reed seems like the coolest dude. I ain't never
Yeah.
heard him be out of line in anything. He just might have had a weak moment.
Yeah.
And, we all have weak moments, man. Shoot, we have it on this show every week.
Hey, at some point it becomes a pattern though. uh,
Talk to Morgan. Talk to Morgan.
no, but I think, and that's the thing too with me. Like you said, Ed Reed seemed like a chill dude. Like he been, from what I understand, he got the Ed Reed Foundation. He started that while he was playing, so he got to be doing that 10, 15 years now. So and I know they help out with with kids in the community and building houses for people and stuff like that. So I think that it's unfortunate that if this was the thing that kept him from you know, getting in with the school, then that sucks. I think that might be a personnel issue. That might be a staffing issue because I'm sure the college didn't and like the conspiracy theorist in me kind of thinks like, yo, they didn't want to shine a light on all this stuff because they probably had a lot of deficiencies that they were gonna have to, work on. They were gonna have to do a lot of work to bring it up to the standards when you got somebody like Ed Reed walking around with his kind of platform. So, people making the decisions might not have wanted to do that. Like they might not really want to be helping to do the things that's necessary to get their school right. And that's a shame.
But you know what though, real talk. Like if you going, this is what I would say to any historically black college that is trying to hire one of these athletes to be coaches.
Hmm.
If you can't deal with them being brash and full of swag and opinionated and everything, don't go into it.
Hmm.
Like just don't. Like stay away from it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I mean I can't tell what people did behind closed doors, but I'm pretty sure Bethune looked at what happened with Dion and said, "Let's try that. Let's give Ed a shot." Like I
Hmm.
believe Dion opened the door for Ed, and then when they got Ed Reed, now it's like, wait a minute, and I'm like, guys, like you might have to swallow some pride here. But I know Chana was saying that she disagrees heavily because you know Ed Reed going off kind of perpetuates the stereotype that all black schools are poor and run down and everything like that. And I got it. And I understand that. But if the facilities aren't up to code, if they aren't up to par, It's not a stereotype. That
Right.
for that particular school
That's a
is not.
fact.
It's true.
Right.
It's a fact.
I
So
think we got to learn to. We as a people got to learn to separate concern about perception and dealing with reality, so that we can actually fix the problem. Because if we just pretend like what he was pointing out wasn't a real thing, then it just continues, right? Like,
Mhm.
and granted, maybe it would have been nice if, like you said, Javon, if it could have been handled behind closed doors. And we have no clue if there was previous attempts or whatever. We just know that at some point it hit the fan. Him and some people went out there and started trying to clean, but then the more you picking up, the more you seeing it was down there. You're
right,
like, hold up, bro. Like, hold up.
right,
Like, dang, y'all brought me to the complete dirty house. Y'all didn't clean nothing. You know what
right,
I'm
right.
saying? So, but I mean, I get it, because we are always fighting with, I guess, stereotypes and these ideas of and blah blah blah. But if some things are reality in a moment, they're just reality in a moment, whether you like it or not. Like,
Yeah,
just is what it is. So we got to address that. Let's fix that. So now if somebody come back and say blah blah, no, it's not. No, it's not. We fixed it. Like, we did the work, and now, and guess what? Had they figured out a way to work it out and move forward, it would have got fixed. Because, like you said, Javon, this money would have came in, and if
yeah.
it was used properly and managed properly, would have been a whole, almost a new school by the time everything was said
Right.
and done. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like it was an ego thing. Like that's. I feel like the not ratifying the contract was okay. I'll be damned if you going to talk about our school this way,
Right.
which is fine. Like it's a pride, but it's also an ego thing. And
Yeah.
so now you ain't got a coach, or I mean, I don't know who their coach is now, but you missed out on the opportunity to have a coach be able to bring light to your school, bring a spotlight to your school,
Yeah.
and bring funds to your school. Not that somebody can't bring funds to your school, but
to that scale.
right. So I mean, it's unfortunate, man. It really is. But
And I think even for Ed, like, he's dealing with the stereotype of angry black man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that's not what he wanted to put on. That's not
Yeah.
a jacket he wanted to wear. But again, sometimes there are moments when the coolest person can't keep their cool. Danny cussed me out
Yeah.
one time. You know what I'm saying?
Danny cussed you out.
That's not true.
I don't believe that.
Man, Danny told me,
for a second.
he was like, I'm from Candor. I'm sending wizards and elves to your house.
Yeah, every time, bro. That's why we can't invite Wally on the show, man. He come on here with these fabrications and falsehoods.
It's just accusations.
Devon, I'm talking about, I got out the call like, oh snap, I need to call my
I can't
people.
even imagine Danny. I'm still trying to imagine Danny angry. Like, I haven't seen Danny angry. I'm gonna make it my mission to anger Danny on
Let's
this
not do
show.
that. Let's not do that, Javon.
Morgan has gotten angry. I've gotten angry. I need to see Danny angry.
Let's not do that.
I need to see
that.
From my understanding, that was like a lower power level. He didn't even.
I need to talk to Tiana. I need to ask her, what does angry Danny look like?
Don't do that. Don't do that, because she'll tell you.
Is she right there? Can she hear me?
No, she laying down. She sleep.
Where my Facebook? Let me message her. I need to know what angry Danny looks like. Hey, come tell us about angry Danny. I need to know.
Yeah. I'm about to take myself.
No. Don't take yourself off. See, I got control of yours too. Tell us about angry Danny. I want to know about angry Danny.
No such thing. Tell him I don't get angry, babe.
What y'all want to know?
I need to know what angry Danny is like. I need to know what angry Danny is like.
Yeah, tell the world how Danny turns. I see that, Carolina. Tell the world how Danny turned to the Incredible Hulk, the black one.
I don't even get
angry. He don't get mad.
There it is. That's all we need.
Lie.
Blink.
Wait. Be real with me. Is Danny passive aggressive? Like, he just laugh it off?
That's me.
Tiana, blink 3 times if you feel safe.
I'm done. I'm done. Nah.
No, that's me. I am a little passive aggressive.
Sometimes when you can't make somebody mad, though, you will keep trying to push to make them mad. And
yeah, we know how y'all are.
Let's just say,
we know.
Let's just say he get over stuff quicker than I do.
Yeah. Yeah,
he do,
Yeah.
but that's what makes him dangerous. That's
I
why
know.
he spazzed
He
on
just
me.
he just
I was like,
compartmentalizing. That's all.
you
He
know
just
what I'm
put
saying?
it in a box. It's in
I
the
knew
back
how
of
to
his head.
handle. I knew how to handle the average cat saying something crazy. It's like, oh, that nigga said what? But when Danny did, I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
I think I remember that.
I
I don't know
don't
what
remember.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if he's gonna shoot me, stab me, kick me,
Oh,
run me over or something.
I know he
Them-
got
them-
military. He
you know,
got
them
military training. I
Kandorians.
don't know.
Them
I might-
Kandorians, you right. You just don't
I
know.
thought you was
I
You
might
don't-
catch a throat chop
I
if
thought
I
you
say
was
something wrong.
I
Man.
heard my name and I had
No,
to come
no.
running.
You good?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
These
I feel
conventions
like
safe.
Danny like Ned Flanders. Like he just like laugh everything off, and it
Howdy
just
ho, neighbor.
it just bubbles beneath the surface.
Right. That's
And
exactly
in one of these days, it's just gonna come out.
And when
Nah,
it
man.
do,
He just gonna
Nah,
he gonna blow
I
stuff
just
up.
woosah. You just gotta meditate. Woosah. Just
He
let it go.
he been trying to do yoga lately.
Just
you need
breathe
to.
in and breathe out.
That's what the Hulk did at one point to calm
I'm
himself down. He's like,
I'm gonna
yo,
find a topic. I promise y'all. I'm gonna find a topic that's gonna
Nah.
make Danny mad. It is
Hey.
my goal
LeBron.
from here on out.
You're supposed to be my homeboy. What?
I am here. I need you to
You want to make him
express
mad?
your
He's
emotions.
military. You don't want to
No.
make him mad.
No.
I'm in front of a camera. He can't touch me.
Lord, he can take his anger out on others though.
Yeah, see?
He ain't gonna do
do
nothing
that.
but laugh at. He just gonna laugh it off when he see y'all. That's all.
Yeah,
I just
Tiana,
need him. I need him to
Tiana.
curse me out on this show.
blink 3 times if you're safe.
Done.
Anyway, go to
I'm
bed.
done.
I just want to see it. I just want to
He
see
said
it
blink
one
3
time.
times if I'm safe. I'm
Three
safe
times.
though. I can't see my
3 times.
my
3
eyes.
times.
They watering.
I lost count, so I don't know if you're safe or not.
We don't know.
know if
I
that's
think you
3
just
or
got.
10.
I think you got something in your eye.
Y'all
That's
have
all right.
fun.
Where DJ at? Tell him to come blink too.
You know what? We talking to the wrong
I
person.
need
Where
to
the
be a
kids
little
at?
rough with DJ.
That's
Where
the
the kids at?
That's the
His,
one.
now,
Little
DJ
DJ,
get angry.
DJ got
Woo.
angry. I'm trying to teach him.
3
That
girls and
little
1
boy
boy.
get angry.
He legit get angry.
DJ get
That's
angry.
what I need
And
to
then he'll
talk
look
to the
at you like,
kids.
Okay,
I need
so
to talk to the kids.
Yeah.
The kids seen angry Danny. I need to talk to the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, they have. They have. They have.
And you know what? It's weird because he made Stephanie cry, but
Nah,
he made
but-
her cry because she was disrespecting me.
Mm.
She was so upset that he made her cry, and I said, "Dog, you should be mad that you disrespected me." You know what I'm saying? But
How
instead,
did he make her cry?
I
though?
did that to him. I was so disrespectful to him. I said, "Man, get out of here." That's some weird stuff right there. She was so hurt that she disrespected him. I'm like, what about me? What about my feelings?
Daddy's
Well,
little girls.
See, she used to you turning up. She won't used to Danny turning
And
up.
that's what it is. Her eyes got big. She was like, "Whoa, whoa!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask? Can you portray Danny in that moment? Can you show us how
I
Danny?
just talk. I just talk though. That's I
Nah.
talk. I just talk to the kids. I don't usually get loud. Sometimes I get loud, but I don't cuss. I don't cuss.
Ooh, look at that look.
I mean, nah, he don't cuss.
Nah,
If
you
I-
just
if I do, it's-
you
It's got to
lying.
be something really serious.
It's gotta be something real serious.
Really
If
serious.
I come
What's
out,
the worst? What's the worst word? You ain't gotta say the word. What's it begin with? What does it begin with?
I say niggas a lot.
You can't say that over the internet.
Oh,
You can't say that over the.
I drop the N-bomb a lot in the house.
That's not a curse word.
I don't
I
really be
wanna
cussing.
I want to hear
Now, I
Danny
cuss
say
like a
mother.
sailor. I'm God ain't
Yeah.
through with me. I be trying to bite my tongue, but when they get me there,
Yeah.
I'm whew.
Yeah,
gotta
you
be
fire and
quiet.
ice. You got fire and ice right now.
Oh, I
She
know. I ain't
be-
even.
she be-
I ain't even see. I ain't even talk about when the last call me and Danny had with Tiana was about to run up in somebody's face for getting in her face. I was like, whoa. But I
Nah.
won't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wait
Yeah,
a
you was
minute.
in the car.
How
Yeah,
Wait a minute. How we flip?
yeah, you remember that? I remember that.
You're right,
She
you're
was-
right, you're right, T. Let's keep it on Danny. We ain't even
let's
let
keep
him
it on
escape
Danny.
out of this.
I want
We
to talk
already
about
know
Wally
how I am.
because
We
I
already
can't see.
know.
Hold on, I can't see Wally being angry. Like that's what I'm saying.
not
I
Wally.
heard.
Get
I
angry.
heard.
Nah, you
I've
just see
heard.
the aftermath.
Morgan has said stuff, but
You just
I ain't-
see the aftermath on the news about when Wally get angry. That's when Wally get angry. You just know when they say, oh, there's a missing body in Charlotte area.
Nah.
Hey, somebody done mess with Wally.
Wally just don't
Man,
talk.
why are you doing this
Wally
online?
just get quiet.
Yeah, that's it. I don't really do all that talking. My homeboy told me, he was like, it's either talk or action. And talk ain't getting us nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
How you get bad at your kids?
I asked Danny earlier when he got home. I said, "Man, you went to work without a belt, bro?" And he was like, "Yeah, I went to work without a belt." I was like, "Nah, you need to wear the belt, brother." And we were working on the doghouse. He was like, "Yeah, all right." Threw the piece of wood away, like threw it down on the ground. Was like, walked off like,
You
I
see,
ain't seen him for another 30
Danny,
minutes.
I'm
I was
telling
like,
you,
where
man,
he go?
that's that passive aggressiveness,
Where he
Danny.
go?
That's
I do. I mean,
I was
unhealthy.
like, wait a minute, I still need you to cut this wood though.
He had to go Hulk out right quick.
Get that.
Danny went and punched the wall.
Go to bed.
Danny went and straight punched the wall.
Go to bed.
That's the way he go.
Danny went and started doing. He
I'm
started
a
doing
solution-
Russian. He started doing
I'm a
Russian
solution
exercises
oriented
like in Rocky
guy.
IV.
No, I'm the solution oriented. She
I
said
came upstairs. He was reading the comic book.
No.
I was like, "Nah, bro."
that was later. That was
He had
later.
to zen out. He had to zen out right
I'm
quick.
worried
I came
about you,
up here-
Danny,
I
man.
came up here to find the belt because I didn't want. She said, "Hey, you sagging? You know that ain't a good
Won't
look."
do that.
And I said, "All right, bet." Instead of sitting here talking back and forth about it, I'm just gonna go.
Hold
upstairs
on,
and find
though.
the belt
She
in
said
30
you threw
minutes.
the piece of wood, though. Did you throw a piece of wood?
I was measuring the wood.
Yeah.
I was measuring, and in
You stuttering.
You see all that stuttering?
instead of us,
Don't
instead
look
of
at
us
her.
going back
Talk
and forth
to
in front of
us.
the kids and outside, I was like, "Cool, bet. I'll just go upstairs." I just tossed the wood down on the ground. Because
gently laid
gently-
it down
gently
on a
laid-
pile of grass
Gently laid it down softly on a pile of grass, and I walked in the house.
I believe.
after shooing me.
I did not.
I ain't got time for this. I said, "Oh,
Terrible.
You see that laugh right there? That's pain in that laughter. All right, there's pain in that
Lord.
laughter.
Ain't no pain.
oh, I see what you're trying to do
I'm a
there."
happy
That
dude.
passive aggressiveness, man. I tell you, man, you gotta exercise. Woo-saw that out, man. You
I'm a
gotta,
happy
show
dude,
some
man.
emotion, man.
Got a woosah.
I'm gonna talk to your kid. We're gonna have your kids on one day. We're gonna get
Now,
the
I
truth.
think I'm the only person that can really get him there. Like seriously, and I asked him about that. I've asked him about that multiple times. Like you are super nice to these people who you should get really irate with, but with me, you can give it to me straight. And he's like, "Oh, that's only because I love you. I don't care about them other ones." So, and it's normally the ones that you really love that can strike that nerve. But I've never seen him that way. Now,
I don't think it's healthy to let other people get you out of character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be so attached to most people that if they treat me wrong, it's gonna affect me to take me out of my character.
And I'm the one that will let people in.
Yeah,
I need to stop that mess. But anyways, I'm gonna let y'all get back to it before we start having this whole woosah type thing. Y'all got it.
Oh, that's sweet.
I can't do it right now. Go ahead.
we out of here.
That's okay though. I mean, listen. I wish I could. That's one of my. That's a character flaw of mine. I've always had a temper, even when I was a kid. It was worse. It was worse when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I'm a sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? So I have a family. Everybody on my mom's side of my family is sarcastic. So like, you have to learn how to. You gotta learn how to be sarcastic back. And then my friends are sarcastic. But I mean, I had a way worse temper, and then I went through something in college that was real bad. I'll talk about it another time, but it kind of broke that temper a little bit. So I'm a little more calmer. But like when you get me there, you seen it. When you get me there, I'm there.
Yeah.
But I'll try and tell you. I'll try and tell you. But so I'm gonna tell you like ahead of time. I'm like, all right, man, chill, stop, come on now, stop. Like I'm letting you know where we going, and then then I'm like, all right, we here. This is where you want to be. Let's do it. Let's go.
No, that's. I mean, and that's sometimes
I wish I could be like that.
You gotta have somebody. Sometimes you gotta have somebody around that's willing to cuss somebody out. And that's cool.
I'm not really that though. I'm not really that. Like I don't cuss a whole lot of people out. Like you got to get me to a certain place. Like you have to be if you're disrespectful to me on a certain level, then I'm all right. Like we here. Yeah. Like I tried to tell you, we're not going here, but we here. But like in general, I'm a passionate person. So sometimes people confuse me being passionate with me being angry. You You know what I mean? Like 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 all the T'Challa conversations we had, I was passionate about that, but I was never angry.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And I think a lot of people,
that's a hard thing for in certain moments for some people to
right?
differentiate, especially
Yeah,
when they don't know somebody like that.
right.
And like I got partners who they'll just say certain things to each other that in any other environment it will be a fight instantly, but they're
Yeah.
so used to being that way with each other, it's just the natural habitat of
Oh
things.
yeah, oh yeah.
And if you don't do that when you walk in, you get ate alive because you like, whoa, why did you say that? Like I just walked in. You know what I'm
Mhm.
Oh
saying?
yeah.
And immediately they calling you BITCs and every other, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the way that they interact. So it's like, hey, oh, you ain't built like that? Oh, you shouldn't be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you chum in the water.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's it. I grew up with folk like that. Like if you couldn't snap back,
Yeah,
you
it's over.
probably wasn't hanging with us. You probably couldn't.
Unless you was that one person that everybody was like, he don't play well like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just gonna, but for the most part, yeah,
Nah, we
yeah.
ain't have nobody like that. Like if you if you can't snap, like we going. Like even now to this day, we calmer now because we are 40. But like if you can't take a joke,
Yeah,
you ain't gonna last. But
Yeah.
like for me, like I said, for me, I I struggle with people like Wally said, understanding I'm not angry right now. I'm just passionate. I usually tell people I'm getting angry because I came, I had a really bad temper when I was a kid. I used to get in a lot of fights as a kid, a lot of fights. But I was a small kid though, so everybody wanted to try and beat me up.
right.
That's how it
But
be.
then it was doubly worse because I be talking trash. Like if you say something to me, I'm not gonna be that kid. I wasn't gonna be that kid that just sit there and take it. Like no, I'm be
Yeah.
like, man, I'm gonna
It's
snap back.
and it's a defense mechanism for some people too. Like I was reading Viola Davis's book, and she like I didn't realize how rough she grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah,
she talked about how she used to fight and had to fight just to get home after school, and then the living conditions. So it took her a long time to trust people and to open up to people and realize that people weren't everybody wasn't against her. So
Right.
for me, I had to when I came back from I told you about my time in the military. When I came back from my time in the military, I had a lot of anger and I was expressing it the wrong way. I'll just say that I was expressing it the wrong way. I had to go talk to some mental health people, and I learned, you know, try to stop doing that. There's some things that I can do to keep myself from expressing myself the wrong way because I know for me, there's something one of my pastors said that we just talked about. You can't catch going, right? So once you've done the action or you said the thing, you can't take it back. No matter how sorry you are, no matter how apologetic you are, you can't take it back. And I know I said some hurtful things and I did some hurtful things out of anger, and that's not the kind of person that I want to be. So, you know, especially with a lovely wife and four beautiful children that I want to raise, and I might need them to take care of me when I'm older. So,
Yeah,
I
that
feel
just
you.
too. I just learned to be cool because, especially now, it's like I got too much to live for,
mhm.
and that quick decision can change everything one way or the other. You know what I mean? And I have too many occasions of hopping out the car on somebody. The one that really broke me was hopping out the car, and by the time I got to the dude's window, my wife was in between me and his window, and I'm like, yo, I just put her in the line of a situation
Right, right.
because she know where I'm about to go. I
Mhm.
have no clue where he ready to go, and didn't care until I saw her. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then it's like, because I'm not no troublemaker. I avoided more fights than I got into at one point because I didn't want to go home and have to face my father. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't care if the person could beat me. It was like, that fight at home, I ain't looking for that one. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let you have it because you ain't gonna come home and help me deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, but as I got a little older, it just turned into we're just gonna handle what we gotta handle because I don't want to wonder. So I rather go ahead and get to it. So as soon as somebody crossed a certain line, like we went to grab some food like a week ago, and I knew I couldn't get to the person but I wanted to. They said something crazy. I'm like, instantly. It went from I'm in the car with my family, happy, laughing, boom, boom, boom. They say whatever they say. I'm being respectful. I'm like, come again. And in my head, it's like, as soon as you say what you said again, I'm coming through the speaker. Like we're gonna be on the viral joint, like man gets mad and drive through and blah blah blah. I don't even like drive through. But
Well, it's
today,
scaring the hell out of me right now.
you know what I'm saying? But then my wife was like, yo, just cancel all that. We ain't even got to put no time, energy, or effort into that. But then she got mad. It was like, when we drove by the window, we drove by slow. Is that who was in? Oh no, that's somebody else. All right.
So I got a question before we get to our top 5, because we're talking about how we used to be,
Yeah.
you know, back in the day. I posted this question on Facebook, and a lot of people responded, but I didn't see Danny's response. And Wally, you didn't respond, so you must not have seen it. Do you think you could beat up the 25-year-old version of yourself?
I would kick his ass. I would kick. Oh, can I? I would destroy him. You know why? Experience. He had he thought he knew. He might have thought he knew. But today, me, I probably first convince him that he don't know what he think he know, and then continue to kick his ass, because it's like, you idiot, you shouldn't even cross the line. You shouldn't even. And even if you are me, you got to learn today. You got.
I can see Wally got some anger towards his 25-year-old self. I'm just messing with you.
Nah, it probably is. It probably is. In certain ways, you know, you look back at certain things, you're like, why was I on that?
Yeah.
Why was I, you know what I'm saying? Why did I make that choice?
Danny,
You know?
I couldn't.
You
I don't
do
think I could. Nah, that was right. If that would be 2010, so that's right after I came back from Iraq. That was prime angry Danny time, like ready to fight for no reason, ready to fight for no reason. me now, I'm like, yo, man, calm down. Why you talking? What you mad about? But nah, and I y'all both know I recently just pulled a muscle, literally playing kickball, and pulled my whole hamstring.
But then you see that's that you gotta when the current you has dad strength and dad knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So I learned from my father, because me and my father had a run in when I thought I was ready. I thought I was him. I'm like, oh, he want to do what?
Now that old man strength, that thing come in handy.
I learned. I said, oh, after when I got off the ground, I said, oh, it's not about muscles. It's not about strength.
It ain't about muscles at all.
Experience. Like, he taught me a very valuable lesson in like 2.5 seconds. And as I'm I don't even think I pulled myself up. I think there was an assistance from others. You know what I'm
saying? Shoot.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be perfectly honest. I would stomp a mud hole in the 25-year-old version of myself. I was not as strong. I'm way stronger. I'm in better shape than I've ever been in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'd stomp that dude.
Just I don't know. Just let me think. I didn't know just that long ago.
Just scares me. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Y'all might fight to the death.
I played Justin basketball though, and just he might be an angry dude really on the inside. He's a nice dude, but he might have some anger issues. I played him in basketball. First of all, he like 6'3". He at least 6'7". He at least 6'7". And you know, I was out there playing with my work shoes on. He out there in some combat boots, out there trying to dunk on people. I'm like, yo, I thought this was a friendly game. We supposed to be boys.
Only New Yorkers wear boots on the court.
I was about to say.
Nah, he from Philly.
He from North Carolina. What you talking about?
All right, he gonna cover that.
Justin from North Carolina. I don't know what he talking about. He ain't from North Carolina.
He's native now.
He ain't lived in Philly in a decade. You don't live there no more. All right, you're not from there no more. All right, you North Carolinian. What are y'all? Is that what they call y'all?
North Carolinian.
Oh, North Carolinian.
I don't know. Probably Carolinians. Yeah.
That's cool. It was funny seeing all of the different responses about, a lot of people are like, nah. So a lot of people like, I was crazy back then, so it's real interesting how far, because I know me when I was 25, I was like on my way back to school. I was barely working out. I'm probably a little softer than I am now. What is that?
Oh, you got that Gundam shirt. You got one of them OG
Oh,
Gundam shirts.
I didn't even realize. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't realize I had one of
I was trying to.
Wally's old school shirts that
I
he made.
assumed he was wearing Ace Blade at first. I didn't even look to see the detail. I was like,
Yeah,
Ace Blade gonna be on Danny all day.
Hey,
that's one of my
before we
one
get
of my
into the
favorites.
list, Wally, where you going to be at next? Excuse me.
Where am I gonna? Wherever Danny's showing up at first, I'm supposed to be there.
What is it?
Yeah,
February 4th? We
Y'all
got show up.
y'all got a con coming up, right?
yeah, I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what we're gonna
I
be at.
gotta send Danny some money. I be man, I'm lost right now. I'm trying to map all this stuff out for 2023, coming back outside a little bit. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'll
Hey,
be wherever Danny is the first time.
Wally ain't been outside in 2 years, so this is a special occasion.
3.
Wally, you
3
gotta come
years.
out,
Wally
man.
ain't been outside in 3 years. This is
You gotta
special
come out,
occasion.
man.
Yeah,
Just
for
wear a
real.
mask, man. Just wear a mask.
Yeah, well, I might have 5
Yeah.
of them on. The way people getting sick around here.
All right, let's go on and do this list. I honestly, I did the list, but I don't know if I put my heart into it.
Yeah, this list was like, I don't know. I don't really know any people.
I don't know whose idea. Was it your idea to do this, Danny?
I don't know what made me think of it. I was just like, oh yeah. I saw somebody and they're on my list, so I ain't gonna say. And I was like, yo, people all over the world know who this person is just because, like, my whole list is most of my list is people with distinctive looks, you know, that
I
are
got you.
high level icons or whatever that you can pick out of it. That basically you can't go nowhere in the world without somebody knowing who you are. And I was listening to it was a round table, a actors round table, and Samuel L. Jackson was on there, and he was saying something similar. Also, he was saying that after he did Pulp Fiction, he couldn't go nowhere. He couldn't do normal people stuff because everywhere he went, people wanted to shout movie quotes at him. So, and after I saw both of those things, I was like, okay, that'll be a good top 5.
All right, so why don't you lead off? Go on and give us top 5 most recognizable people alive.
Alive. Okay. Number 5, Tupac. Tupac is not
Alive,
dead.
dude. No, damn it.
Tupac is not dead. Tupac is out there in Cuba.
Flag on the play. Tupac should not be admissible. Not regardless of what you feel or don't feel, he is not allowed.
All right. I'll take Tupac off there. I'll take Tupac off. All right, number 5.
I was gonna get off. I was legitimately gonna stop. I was gonna shut the show down.
Number 5.
Like, that's the end of top 5, y'all.
Number 5, your boy Drizzy Drake. All right, Drake, Canadian rapper. You may have heard of him. I think his is just more about fame though. Like this
Right,
dude.
I feel like we're gonna have the blackest, most notable list.
It is. I was looking at my list, except for number 1. The whole list is just black dudes. Number 4, number 4 is Dwayne the Rock Johnson. He got the people's eyebrow. He's an international movie star. He can't go nowhere without people knowing who he is. Number 3. Now this dude is distinctive and he's been around a long time. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. He got the look. Ew. Who's that? Snoop Dogg. Now he a little bit older, but he still got the iconic Snoop Dogg look. Number 5. Number 2, especially these days, Will Smith. Will Smith is really just a normal dude. He got the ears, but I think he's just too famous to go anywhere these days. And number 1 is your boy, Javon's favorite president, Donald Trump.
I will throw a boot at you. Ever say that again?
I didn't know where he was going, so I was just waiting to see what.
I knew what he was gonna say.
Yeah, Danny. See, look, mine Bitcoin in Vermont up there where
I'm gonna just move on. I'm gonna move on and be like, all right, Wally, go. You got a list, Wally?
Man, Danny ain't tell me about this until 5 minutes ago, so I just threw some people down.
Go ahead. Give us your list, man.
Off the top of the head.
No judgment.
And I never mind. I was about I'm gonna say 50 Cent is definitely world renowned for one reason or the other.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna say Rihanna is definitely out here. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? ASAP Rocky tried to get her off people's list, but it ain't work, bro. No disrespect. I have no respect. All due respect. Um, of course, and not for my personal self, but I got sisters. I got a wife. Beyonce is just one of them people. You know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What's that? Three?
That's three. You got two more.
For one reason or the other, my man Dave Chappelle is definitely
Hell.
a different beast now. And I had two others. I'm just gonna pick one to mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna say the YouTube star Mr. Beast
Mr.
is
Beast.
highly noted out there within a certain world, you know.
I have no idea what that is.
And
Ain't
that's the
no way.
problem with trying to figure out this list because no matter who you pick, it's
Yeah.
gonna be somebody
I
who's
feel
like,
you. I was just like, I have no idea what that is, but okay.
Yeah,
All
Mr.
right.
Beast. Nah, I mean, he lives in North Carolina too. He lives here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
live in North
I was
Carolina.
gonna give it to Kevin, but I wanted to look out for the other complexion a little bit and just
Yeah, you gotta have one.
I ain't
Gotta have
got to.
one.
I ain't
You
got
ain't
to.
got but
But
it's not.
I was going to because Mr. Beast definitely got like 150 some million
Yeah.
supporters out there. So
Yeah.
Never heard of him until this
I'm,
moment.
I'm hoping he can run up to me in a Walmart or something. Make it happen.
All right, let me give my list. My list. All
Go ahead.
right, top 5. So number 5, I had to put Beyonce on there because
Mhm.
between the Super Bowl and everything else she's done, I don't think there's a place she could go where she isn't known.
Right.
Number 4 was it Cristiano Ronaldo. I had to put him on there.
The soccer dude.
Yeah, the soccer player.
I don't know if I would know him if I saw him. I
know
know
the
I know the
name,
name though. I know the name though. Definitely know the name.
Just follow the crowds.
Yeah, right.
Number 3, you got to go Will Smith, man. If you didn't know who Will Smith was before,
Mhm.
he smacked the taste out of Chris Rock mouth. You know who he is now.
Bruh.
I
So
think he
was
was
that
already one of the biggest movie stars of all time.
he was
And
definitely the highest paid at one point.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, and I think he just
Him and Tom Cruise was up and down, up and down. Him and Tom Cruise.
I just think it kind of took
Yeah.
him to another level. I'm gonna say The Rock at number 2.
Okay. Go
Wait,
for
wait,
it.
wait, wait. Where's Rock? Because is the other Rock now as notable because he received the slap, or we talking about the Rock that Danny was talking about?
The Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, okay. Not
What
Chris
Rock
Rock.
are you talking about?
I was talking
Chris
about
Rock.
Oh,
the
Chris
Rock.
Rock.
Talk about Chris Rock.
Man, listen, I love Chris Rock, but I'm pretty sure there are places in Omaha that Chris Rock will go and don't nobody know who he is.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm just
Two
saying that
Americas.
because of the elevation of the slap. I
Oh,
didn't know
I
if it
feel
had,
you. I feel you.
amplified. No disrespect to
It
Chris.
No
definitely
disrespect to
shot
Chris Rock.
it definitely shot his ticket prices up for his tour.
Right.
He wouldn't this
Right.
this Netflix deal that he got. Like I said, y'all didn't believe me when I said it originally, but I don't know
We're
if
not
they didn't
doing
set
this.
that up.
We're not doing it. No, we're not doing
don't-
conspiracy
I don't know
theories
if they
today.
didn't set it up, bro.
All right,
I
number
don't know.
2, The Rock, from his movies, from wrestling. I mean, everybody knows that dude. Like, you literally, he, on top of the fact that he's freakishly massively huge, he can't hide. Like, he can't like blend in nowhere. Like,
Right.
oh, that's a big dude. He must be The Rock. Like I'm pretty sure every wrestler has been called The Rock when they go
He got movies.
around.
He got movies that. What's The Rock's biggest movie? You think?
Biggest?
I don't know.
Would Black Adam be his biggest movie? You think?
No,
No.
I don't think by far. No, he had a few of them.
What?
that
One of the
top.
Fast and Furious movies?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I know he surpassed Black Adam many times.
And then
It's gonna
my
be
number
cool.
one.
Oh yeah, you still got one.
My number one is the man almost took down Western civilization. It's Donald Trump. Like,
You gotta be on there. It's terrible,
unfortunately,
but
I mean, he's probably more well known than Barack Obama.
his celebrity got him the presidency. Well, that and the whole
Money
yeah,
and racism.
not I don't even know
misogyny?
if it was money, just leverage.
Oh, Morgan put his list in. Of course. You know what? I didn't even need to see Morgan's list to know who was number one on his list.
Yeah.
I knew who was number one. I could have
Michael
made his list.
You think Michael Jordan is in the top 5 here? Like in the
I
world?
think people know his name. I think there's a lot of kids who don't know what he looked like.
No, I think at one time I think this would absolutely be true. Like the early 90s, I think Michael. I don't know. There's a time that all 3 Michaels probably would have made the list. Tyson, Jordan, and Jackson probably would have made this list.
I think for Jordan, it's his name as a brand.
Yeah.
That people know more than they know Jordan.
They know his silhouette more than they know what he looked like as a person.
Yeah.
So real quick, Furious 7, 1.5 billion. That's his number 1 grossing movie. Fate of the Furious 2. Fate of the Furious is 1.2 billion. That was number 2. And Jumanji, 962 million. That's his top 2 movies.
Jumanji did hit kind of hard. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if Mike Tyson was ever a top 5 most recognizable in the world.
You don't think so? In the
world?
That might have just been my house. That might have just been my house. I don't know. Like
Jordan, absolutely. There was a time where Jordan was the biggest, especially during our dream team. When the dream team, like when they was going everywhere, Jordan was the dude.
Yeah, Michael Jackson for sure. He had
absolutely.
He had 10 years where he couldn't go nowhere probably.
Yeah, don't make me smack you, Danny. Please, Danny, don't make me do that. Don't make me smack you today.
We can't use Mike right now.
Don't make me smack you today. I don't want to hurt Danny today. Like I don't want to do all that talk.
I'm saying like he probably couldn't, leave his hotel.
I don't want to talk about anger and everything, and then
even as a kid,
taste out of Danny's mouth talking about Michael Jackson had a hot 10 years. I sent Danny a video, people. I sent them a video where literally year by year it was hit after hit after hit after hit from like 1970, 1980 to like 2000.
Wait, is Danny trying to say Mike wasn't Mike?
Nope, that's not what I'm saying.
He claims Mike had an untouchable 10 years.
Untouchable 10 years. That's what I said. I said there were 10 years in Michael Jackson's career where he was literally on a different planet from anybody else that he was that was selling records. I'm just talking about music sales. I'm not talking about as an icon or whatever. There were 10 years in Michael Jackson's career where his sales were at least double of the next closest person. He was killing the game for those 10 years.
But bad day for Mike is still better than
But the 10 years 10 years before that, before Off the Wall, Off the Wall started that rocket up. There were people that were selling comparable, sales to Michael Jackson, and then after that 10 years, there was TLC.
Were those people as popular as Michael Jackson was?
I never said they were. I was just talking about.
You just said that they were untouchable. You said an untouchable. Was anybody on Mike's level at any point in his career?
As far as record sales, yes.
On any level, dude.
Yes.
No, stop it. Stop
Madonna.
it.
Prince.
Madonna, listen, look. Madonna is an icon. She absolutely is. Danny, don't.
Drake, no.
What? Stop. You then you have another subject or another topic you wanted to touch, because I feel like this one about.
I'm just talking about sales.
But we told you about the sales, though. We told you about the decline in record sales.
Yes, I understand.
So you can't use sales, though.
But that's what I was talking about specifically.
But I just told you can't use sales. It's not an accurate. It's not an accurate way to determine success level, because, like in the 2000s,
metric that you can use.
No, it's not. because everybody's record sales were going down in the 2000s.
Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney, and Phil Collins are the only musical artists to sell over 100 million albums as solo artists.
Yep. They ain't gonna
And
beat
I
him.
still think the other two of them dudes ain't on Mike's level because
Not as an
Mike,
icon. Nope.
Mike could literally go anywhere and people knew who he was. What was the other two? Phil Collins?
Phil Collins and Paul McCartney.
If
I
Phil
agree
Collins
with
walked through the hood, I don't think nobody would know who he was.
I agree with you on that. I'm not talking about his icon. I'm not talking about his icon, his recognizableness. Like this list, Michael Jackson. Even if we go all time, there's Michael Jackson and Jesus. Like that's it. And people don't even know what Jesus looked like. People wouldn't recognize Jesus if they saw him. But if it's the most recognized people of all time, Michael Jackson
I've seen Jesus before.
You see, I seen Black Jesus. It was a good show. There's a
disrespectful bastard. You.
there was a there's Michael Jackson and there's I wouldn't even know Elvis Presley maybe, but Michael Jackson.
I was saying even there.
That was don't count because he took his whole swag from everybody else. They
literally stole everything.
Definitely
he took his whole everything.
Mike took his from Janet and Latoya.
What are you trying to say right now?
Never mind. I'll just
strike
that from the record.
You trying to get canceled? Is you trying to get canceled? Then you gotta.
Nobody gonna cancel Danny. Danny's not gonna get canceled. He's gonna get ignored. Like that's the difference. It's gonna be a difference between being canceled and ignored. When he talk, people just go and just glaze over, and then be like, "Okay," and walk away. That's it. You say stuff like that. And I'm trying to tell you that everybody's record sales dropped. Everybody across the board.
Yeah, Mike's dropped more. But the thing is that
if you were correct, and Mike did drop more, he is still ranked as the second highest selling artist of all time.
Yeah.
The only person listed higher than him is not a person, it's a group, the Beatles.
The Beatles, yes.
Dude, even in the time where people were burning albums left and right,
and those are things that contributed to him.
Invincible still went 2 times platinum.
Yes, Michael Jackson.
Worldwide, it went 8 times platinum.
I understand that. I understand. The decline of CDs, the move into digital. People, LimeWire, BearShare, Napster. I understand that. I'm just saying that when it comes to sales, there were people who were moving into that area while Michael Jackson was not moving into that area.
You understand all that and then turn around and say this. That's like saying, I understand about the circumference of the globe, and I understand about how gravity works, and I understand that the earth is a sphere, but the earth ain't really round. That's what you're saying to me right now.
It's like an oblong shape, actually. It's round.
All right, Kyrie.
It's actually a long, elongated sphere.
I guess, Danny, are you trying to say that at some point somebody had higher? I mean, somebody can have higher selling albums for a small window, but can they have it consistently for the lifespan that Mike had?
No, and I agree. Michael Jackson is the number one pop artist of all time. I'm just saying that there were 10 years that nobody had a chance at selling as many records as Michael Jackson. Nobody could even dream of selling as many records as Michael Jackson for 10 years. Before that, they might say, hey, we outsold Michael Jackson. And after that, they might say, hey, we sold almost as much as Michael Jackson. But during that 10 years,
I don't think nobody would say it though, because at that time they would be scared to say, hey, I did such and such. Because what else? You know what I mean?
Danny has made this up in his own head.
Nobody
ever said no. There's not one artist that's been like, I sold more than Michael Jackson. Not one artist has ever said it or wanted to say it. Why would they do that?
Hold on.
You finna type. Danny typing. You better watch out, Javon.
I'm trying to see who it was because I know TLC.
I remember people saying I sold more than the Beatles. I vividly recall people saying that, but ain't nobody come from Michael.
Oh yeah, didn't Mike buy the Beatles catalog at one point?
He
Sure
did.
did.
But
He said,
even
"Oh,
if
I'm
let's
making
just
that money too."
you said it untouchable. I'm just talking about if you're talking about being at the top of your game. Mike never really declined. He put out hits from the 70s until the 2000s.
So I think Danny's judging hits by whether he listened to it, and that's
No,
a
I
limited
listen,
spectrum.
I listen to all of them.
Because somebody, like let's say Sade, for instance, she could care less what who the average person over here think about whatever, because she knows she drops something tomorrow, it's gonna move and she gonna tour and it's gonna be packed out.
They're gonna kill it. I understand that. But
So-
if you telling me, Javon, that Invincible album was great, you
I
sir
didn't
are
say
not
it was great. Rock My World was a hit. It still gets
Rock
played
My World was
to this day.
name.
Butterfly
Yeah.
still get played to this
Mhm.
day.
Anything else on there?
I mean,
Hey, you
there's
only need
singles.
one or two. You only need one or two hits though.
Nah,
off the
it's
album.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. Nah, it's Michael Jackson.
What
you
you
can't-
mean?
Maybe Taylor Swift only need one or two. It's Michael Jackson.
What you mean?
Thriller. You
So,
can play the whole
Mike-
Thriller album.
Mike,
It's
hey,
a different word. It's number one. It's a lot different between Thriller, where again, you're talking about the difference between people being able to sit down and download your album and people needing to get in their car and drive to go get an album.
Yes, but what we just said though is what I was saying. Thriller and Bad, right? Thriller had The Girl Is Mine, Thriller, Human Nature was on there, Pretty Young Thing. Was Wanna Be starting something on there? Wanna Be starting something?
You
It
but
had-
you skipping over Off the Wall though. That's the problem.
Off the Wall was not Thriller, sir.
It's not about it being Thriller. It still had hits. Don't stop till you get enough.
And that's what
Rock
I said.
With You,
And I said Off the
Working Day
Wall.
and Night.
Off the Wall started
She's
the rocket.
Out of My Life.
Off the Wall started the rocket, but when Thriller hit, that was the untouchable time.
Okay, no, but he was still listen to me.
How do we get back? How do we get back to Michael Jackson?
Hey,
No,
I tried
you
to
did
get the other I thought you had another topic. I tried to get there 15 minutes ago, but
Nah, I hate when he does that, man. Don't ever.
I was
He
trying to
said,
get a man his props.
you
All I said
want to
was-
know how we get there? You said, oh, for like 10 years, Michael was the most recognizable. That's what you said. I just want you to understand. I vividly recall what you said.
I mean, you didn't let me use Tupac. You say he was dead, so I can't
Well,
use Michael
Tupac is actually
Oh.
dead.
yeah, it ain't even about whether he dead or alive. It's about you can't use him.
Why
You
not?
can't use him. There's a flag on the play with Pac. You can't even you specifically said. Maybe we should have said people
Even
that
Tupac
that
ain't
agree
as
with him.
recognizable as you think he is.
What?
I don't think I think there are a lot of white people in Europe who have no idea who Tupac is.
I don't know, man. I think you
You
put
know
up
about
a
that,
picture of
you know?
Tupac.
I wouldn't be
don't know.
surprised. Go to Ireland. Ask somebody in Ireland who's Tupac. They don't know who
Let me-
Tupac is.
I wish I could do like a Twitter poll and be like, just put up a picture. Do you know who this is? And see what the
Yeah, you gonna put the Twitter poll up for all your black friends, and all your black friends are gonna vote, and you're be like, yeah, see, all of these black people know who Tupac is. Oh yeah, that
I don't know, man. I don't know. Pac, that's the question one. I'd have to go to Ireland to see for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe
Maybe go to Ireland. I'm just ask random people. I'm like, hey, you know who Tupac is?
Do you know who
Random
Tupac
people
is?
here. Oh yeah, I think the average person would say yeah.
No, I
But
said I'm gonna go to Ireland. I'm just start asking.
Oh
random
yeah. I would have to go to Ireland and go check out go holler at the Swedish and see what they say.
Oh God, they don't know who Tupac is. In Sweden. They have no idea who Tupac is. They be like, "Oh, Tupac,
They don't care nothing about
Tupac's a gum." What? No. What was the other? There was one more
Yeah, what's
topic.
your topic, bro?
We could do the last topic, and then we could get Danny go to bed because we know Danny gotta go to bed.
Oh, let's talk about the playoffs. Well,
Oh, the playoffs. Yeah.
I don't.
So we got the championship round.
Who you cheering for?
Who? I don't care about none of them. Oh, can I say? I don't care which one of them niggas win. I can care less.
My team ain't in there.
Every
so-
time you posted something about LeBron and them niggas, I was like, skip.
You don't watch sports, Wally?
It's the football playoffs.
Wally, you
don't
don't
even
watch
know which
sports?
sport.
Man, at this point, sports is my kids. If I can survive the Nerf guns and my son thinking he got muscles now, then hey, I got plenty of entertainment there. And basketball was my fave for so long. You know what I'm saying?
So why you don't watch sports? Why you don't watch basketball?
I tapped out, man, and it just was like, oh, who that nigga with the? Oh, all right, cool.
All right, that was cool. All right, let me go back to life.
All right,
But I
I
know enough to still be active to a degree in the conversation, but I don't care anymore.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm rooting for the Bengals. I got family in Cleveland and Ohio, so they all rooting for them. So I was like, all right, bet. Plus, I don't want the Kansas City Chiefs to win.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the 49ers because they got my boy Christian McCaffrey, and Kyron lives out there. So,
That's right. He's a 49ers fan.
Yeah, that's
Forgot.
that's. Other than that, I could care less.
I'm voting for
Yeah.
Jimmy, Leroy, and them because I think if they had got a chance,
Leroy.
See, this is why. I'm mad at you, Wally. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad at you, sir. You actually have a team in your that you can represent.
Right down
You
the street.
actually have a team.
man,
You
them-
got a team.
listen.
We don't have a team in my state, in my city. We don't have a team. We got to share one with like 3 other states. All
I
right,
feel you. In that way, most would say I'm privileged. I would say
you are. You
them niggas
spoiled.
don't belong to me. Like, I don't care.
You spoiled.
I don't care what them niggas do. They mess up my traffic. I can't get to downtown at a certain time. I'm on the porch. I'm the old dude. Like, look at these kids with their little football thing. You know?
Spoiled. You disappoint me. You disappoint me,
That's
Wally.
a little football thing.
You
Sure.
disappoint me.
I'm
All
more
right,
concerned with basketball.
Somebody talk. Listen. This is a safe space. All right. Before we go, we really need to talk with Justin. Okay. He got to let it go. He is from North Carolina.
That's
He
fine.
is a Carolina Panthers fan. All right.
No, he's not.
Let the Eagles go, sir. That's not your team anymore.
I seen Justin's car. He ain't no. He's an Eagles fan for real.
That's just that. Listen. That's just denial. All right.
No,
You gotta let it go.
Just
Just listen to me. Look at me right here. Look at me.
no.
You are from North Carolina. I heard you talk. I heard you talk this last week. You got a Carolina accent. All right. You don't talk like a Philly person no more.
They done changed my boy.
The crazy thing about Charlotte is we have more. I would argue we have more Pittsburgh, Philly, and I don't know. There's maybe one other team, more fans for those teams than we do the Panthers by far.
It's a lot of Steelers fans down here, bro. A lot.
Ton of Steelers fans.
Kevin, if we had a football team called the Hartford Colonials, I would be rocking that jersey big time, but we don't. The only thing we got in Connecticut that's ours is UConn.
Hey, yeah, you got to rock.
That's
with
all
UConn.
we got. And we rep UConn to the death. Hoping to you darn right. You darn right.
That'd be dope. Or so one thing I'm trying to go. Since my brother is down in Vegas, I'm trying to go to see a WNBA game because you can get them courtside seats for like.
Oh, we got WNBA. We got WNBA. Connecticut Sun. Shout out to Connecticut Sun.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I told you. Yeah. One of the basketball players bought my book.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Yeah. I took pictures. Well, they took pictures with my people who were wearing my shirts and took pictures with the book and everything. She just got traded, unfortunately. But this was years ago. Yeah. I didn't even honestly, real talk. Like I think I said this on the show before. I had a whole conversation with her and everything, but it was so busy. Like I never put 2 and 2 together that she was a basketball player, even though she was like 6'7".
She's
like 6'7". I'm looking up at her the whole time.
Huge hands, the 6'6" woman with the huge hands. You didn't. They might
never. It never. I was moving, man. I was selling. So I ain't really.
You also didn't want to be stereotypical and be like,
yeah. You don't want to stereotype person,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like I want to do, and she didn't say nothing to me, but she just came over. She just got traded. She was like the league MVP. I forget her name, and I'm so sorry. I shouted her out on her birthday. I remember that. I forgot her name though. But yeah, like I had a conversation with her. She took pictures. I had my friends there, in with Heat t-shirts
Adrian
on.
Wilson? No, that she played for the Aces.
No, thought it was old girl from Deuce Bigelow. No, it was so packed at the time. It was a Saturday night, and y'all done cons before on Saturday, so
You
y'all
talking
know
about
how
Jonquel
busy.
Jones?
Huh?
Jonquel Jones.
Yes.
Oh, come on
Oh
now. You
yeah.
should have known.
How?
Yeah, you definitely should have known Jonquel Jones. Come on now.
Dude.
Everybody know her.
I was legitimately at it. Like there are pictures of it with me, like with 3 or 4 customers talking to everybody at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was doing work, so it never. But my people who were with me, they figured it out, but nobody told me until after. They didn't say, "Yo, Javon, come take a picture with her." I would have took a picture with her.
Gotta have your head on the swivel at these shows, Javon.
But
Come on now.
you know what? Straight up, she came through, and I remember her because she was like, "Yeah, I want one of everything."
Wow.
And she just she got one of everything, man. And I always respect that. I always thank her for that. And if I ever see her again, I know what she looked like now.
She might have actually appreciated being able to just have a conversation and not.
I did talk to her. I had a conversation.
That's what I'm saying. She might have appreciated just having a real, genuine combo and not having to get into the ball and whatever else for a moment.
Yeah.
You know,
because I knew the Connecticut, because this the con was at a casino.
Oh,
and they play at the casino, and I knew that they were playing, but it never occurred to me that they would come into a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And so when I saw her, I was like, wow, she's tall. Like that was my first thought, is like she's really tall. But I was that's basically why I was like, yeah, you know. But I was just like, I was so busy, like, yo, selling, that I was just talking and and then like afterwards, my boy was like, yo, you know, you just sold your books to one of the Connecticut Sun, right? And I was like, which one? And they was like, what do you mean which one? It was the tallest.
Said which one?
It was the tallest one there, dude.
That was right there.
And so, you know, I take pictures. Well, not then. I used to do. I do it now when I take pictures of everybody who buy my book. So never happens again. Say just like a Vermont dude to not support it, but listen, you don't support your Carolina Panthers. Just support your team. Support your community. Just
Carolina Panthers don't support the Carolina Panthers.
Terrible.
Support your team.
Charlotte does have a lot of teams though. Y'all got a soccer team now or something like that?
Y'all got a basketball, football.
Y'all keep saying y'all. I don't get no checks. I don't own none of them. They have a few teams. They got baseball, soccer, basketball, and football. But Wally got comics and computers and kids.
Yeah,
I got kids and two dogs.
So why don't y'all tell us about what y'all got coming next, man? Before we take off, we're gonna have an early day, so Danny can go to bed.
We got Wally. Don't try to put it on me. You know you're not feeling good. I see you sniffling and wiping.
You know me, I can talk. The only person over here that got a bedtime is you.
Hey, I still got about 17 minutes, but we're gonna be at.
You could just play it off and not say nothing, Danny, and just.
They call me out every week, and now the time that I'm
actually leave early every week.
I'll be on time. If I said 9:30, I'm a man of my word. Consistency builds character. But February 4th, we're gonna be at what is it? Not Heroes Con. It's Charlotte Comic Con. We're gonna be out there. What's up, Carrie? We're gonna be at Charlotte Comic Con on the 4th. On March
Minicon, right?
Minicon, Charlotte Minicon on the 4th. And we got the Big Mountain Con. Is that the 18th of March?
Boy, you want me to lie?
I mean, I was trying to make up something. But we got like 2 or 3 shows coming up in the next couple months. So, and then more on the way. We're trying to get in the BlurCon trying to get up there where Javon is. So, what about you, Javon?
I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all need to come up for Terrificon, man. That's the one in the casino, man. That's the good one.
When is that happening again?
That is.
I can't be in no
Terrificon
casino.
is in July, I believe. The end of July.
I can't be in no casinos, bro.
What you
Why?
mean?
No casino.
You got a gambling problem?
Nah, then I don't want one.
It's dude, you don't get a chance to do nothing. You be so tired after.
Yeah, you're right. But I'll sit at the roulette table. Me, Tiana's actually a good roulette player, so she like to sit at the table and play. She'll play for 2-3 hours, but she just don't know when to get up. I'll be like, Tiana, all right,
You
now
talking
leave the
reckless right now. Tiana must not be in the room.
I know
She
you talking
know,
a lot of
no,
trash.
she know,
Because
she
your
know
tone,
really
you
well.
like now. I was like, whoa, what just
I
happened?
know you saw it. I
She
heard
don't-
that.
She don't know when to get up from the roulette table. She be in there winning. She be up, and then she be like, "Oh, I want to try something." Then I'll be like, "Now you know you going off the deep end." But that's how.
Nah, man. When I did last time I did that con, I was so tired at the end of it. I was working so hard. I just went back to my hotel room and slept.
Mhm.
Javon, I'm in Connecticut. That's where I am. Danny
Danny
talking
closed.
loud. His door
Yeah.
closed.
The door is closed. Tiana ain't hear none of that. And she ain't in arm reach one.
She in there on the phone. She on the phone.
Hey, so
See?
I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put. Oh man, I put it in the wrong place.
Overlay.
Oh yeah. I messed up. So if y'all don't know, I am one page away from finishing Heat number 2.
You said 2 pages when we got on. Now it's 1 page.
No,
You
one
did a
page drawing. Drawing.
All
I
right.
got 1 page to draw for Heat number 2.
About to say you was
it's
drawing
the
while we was working.
I wish. I can't focus like that. Yes, Heat number 2 is continuation of the ongoing series. If you read the first issue, you saw Heat take a more active stance in protest against police violence, police brutality. But you also saw the government decide they're going to dispatch their group of metahumans to take them out. So this is the beginning of that conflict between Heat and the government. So I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I'm just getting better with my artwork. I'm getting better with everything, and I'm looking forward to this, man. I've been working on this for it's got to be at least 6 months. But I'm making it a goal to get Heat number 3 out in the next 3 to 4 months. So we're gonna start trying to crank these out. Yeah, Heat number 2. Yeah, let's grab that fire extinguisher.
What up?
Look at that. Okay.
What up,
Damn,
Karen?
Wally, I didn't know your hair was that long, bro.
It's not anymore. I cut it.
That's an old picture.
That
People
don't
ain't
even look
gonna
like you.
recognize you.
That
That's
don't
good.
even look like you.
That mean I can move real smooth and quiet.
Now, is this your first big con, Danny? Or
Nah,
is
man,
this a mini con?
We do now. This is a 1-day show, but our first big con of the year probably be. I don't even know. I don't even know what our first big con be of the year so far. But we sending out emails. We trying to do some things.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a launch tour where I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 comic book shops and then just set up and sell Heat number 1, 2, and the trade and some strong in February. That's the goal right now. I'm still holding out hope I can make it to Atlanta Comic Con, but if I can't make it to Atlanta Comic Con, Ace Blade has no superpowers. Heat would burn him to the ground.
I like how Javon effortlessly moved from what he was saying to what he needed to say and back to what he got to say.
I'm good. I'm good at what I do. So.
Ace Blade keep a cup of water on him at all times just for heat.
I mean, if you throw a bottle of water at the sun, it ain't gonna do nothing. But I think my first big con, I might try and do. There's one called Wicked Con that I'm gonna try and do, but there's definitely a Comics and Color Festival that I want to do in April. And then probably the first real big con is I want to do Fan Expo Philly. And that's in May.
That's pretty dope. We're hoping to be at MomoCon in Atlanta, but I hadn't heard anything back to solidify yet.
I want to do Momo. I wanted to do MomoCon, but it's the same week as my anniversary. So
No, don't do
I
that.
think you mentioned that before too. Yeah. I think you did
yeah,
mention.
Don't do that.
it's
Don't do that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
got everything planned out. Like I want I know I'm gonna do Heroes Con. That's on my list. I want to do Brooklyn Comic Con. Like in June, I want to do like four straight cons.
I ain't doing that no more. I ain't doing that again till the money's just so stupid that it'd be stupid to not be stupid.
I mean, the
I,
money
I
be
just
stupid for
I
me,
read,
man.
I read myself kind of crazy doing, not crazy. Let me reword that. Danny can tell you there was a point where I was doing shows every weekend,
Yeah.
like consistently, like just back to back to back to back, driving from one state to the next, to 3, 4 states up to the next, then jumping on a plane, getting off a plane, walking up the street to my cousin grandma's house who had a con in her kitchen, leaving that joint, you know what I'm saying, going to the next joint,
Hey,
like any
them
kind
kitchen cons be going though. Them kitchen
any
cons be going.
doing it,
Well,
boy.
I mean, honestly, that's my goal this year. I haven't been doing that. I usually spread them out,
Mm,
but this year I decided I'm going to make a concentrated effort to bang out at least 2 shows a month, at least.
grind.
Um,
Gotta do it. Gotta
yeah,
do it.
I mean, because I'm trying to the amount of books I'm trying to put out more books. So because I'm trying to put out more books, I want to be able to hit more spaces. Like I'm only going to places I could drive. I was trying to do Dragon Con, but the table is $400.
Mm,
That's a lot.
yeah,
I mean, that's a lot.
that's tough right there.
Dragon
That's
Con,
tough.
New York Comic Con, that's when you start getting into those. But if you can balance it, I'm more the thing that hits me about the cons now, or even before pre-COVID, is we were getting close to like 2019 ending. It was crazy seeing the hotels go up so much from city
Mhm.
to city. So where that's where you really were trying to figure out the justified to do this show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know people will be like, "Yeah, you could come stay with me." And I'll be like, "Nah, cuz and I don't mean it in like a disrespectful way, but one, I'm always like networking. So like when the con is over, I'm going where everybody else is going, all the comic book creators, and I'm out until like 2, 3 in the morning.
Mm,
If I'm
wow.
at somebody's house,
I'm going to
I can't
sleep.
be walking up in somebody's house at 2, 3 in the morning and
Right,
then leave at like 6, 7 in the morning to
right.
get back out. So I'm not even talking to the people who I'm staying with.
Right.
I ain't
And
about
then
that life, bro.
right. And then even if I don't go out and network and I just come right back, I'm tired and I just want to go to sleep. And
At
so
the very
now, yeah,
at the very most, I want to say this when we went to Heroes Con last year, we went on that Saturday. We went out to a ramen spot. It was like right across the street from the place. Went to a ramen spot and ate with JP Jackson, and he was cool. You know, we sat and talked to him, and we got to talk to Stell Freeze. Stell Freeze was there at the ramen spot, so we got to talk to him for a little bit outside of the place. But after that, I went straight back to the room, took my shower, sleep.
Oh yeah, that's that night you and Morgan was talking crazy about Street Fighter and Tekken. Then y'all dipped out on some. Nah, we ain't ready. We realized we weren't ready.
Hey, no, we was tired.
Y'all so tired. Yeah, that was the
nah,
word.
man. And I was in Baltimore. They had BarCon at one. They had like a little bar where all the creators were. Afua was there, John Cassidy, Gary Frank. Was it Gary Frank? Not Gary Frank. It was a bunch of people. It was a ton of people, and so I had dinner with Greg Burnham and and the Milestone dudes, but they were like, "Yo, we done for the night." And so I was like, "All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna go check out," because they had announced that they were doing like a pizza thing for
Mm.
creators. It was weird. They did like a little pizza thing and I went in the room and it was a bunch of people who I didn't really know, but I did know one person there. And she's like, "Oh, you looking for the bar where everybody at? Come with me." And so she took me to this other bar, and I was there until like 3, 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah, wow.
Went back to my room, slept, got back up, did it again that same night. went out to hang with Greg Burnham again. And then we ended up heading back to BarCon again. Went back. I didn't go to bed until like 2:30. But I'm there to network. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm there to work.
I'm putting a note on my phone.
And putting his note on his phone to not hang out with you, Javon.
Don't hang
Hey
out
man,
with
you can hang
Javon.
out with me for the first part.
Don't hang out with Greg Burnham. Javon.
No,
Greg.
No. Time out. The first
No,
night.
I know Greg.
That first night, Greg went back to sleep. Greg went to sleep that first night. Yeah. That first night, Greg was like, "I'll see y'all later," and he went to sleep.
Greg came by the studio right when we first opened, and just hung out and talked. He was trying to convince me that LeBron ain't as great as he is, but
we ain't talking about. Hey,
saying it.
You know what, Danny? What you should be doing is telling the people your list of releases for this year, man.
Let me see if I got the graphic. Hold on.
Oh, you got the graphic?
You got it right in front. I don't know why you acting like you know. Yeah, Kerry, come out to the east, brother.
I got it. I got
Kerry,
that.
where you at, man?
He out there in Cali, where the rich folks is.
Oh, okay.
Kerry out there.
I would love to go out west, but the math don't be mathing.
Yeah. I got if I go out there, I gotta stay with Kyron. I gotta stay with Kyron because
nah. You gotta invite me. Like
he said, I got
real talk. You gotta invite me and put me up, because otherwise I'm not going to stay in somebody's house. That ain't happening. Okay, Kerry. Well, that's where I'll be. Like I said, there's a bunch of cons. Terrific Con, Fan Expo Boston, I'm trying to do. Rhode Island, I'm trying to do again. Baltimore, I'm trying to do again. I'm trying to be everywhere, man. If you see me if you're on the East Coast, you'll find
me in the streets.
I'm definitely trying to do Philly. Like I'm working on that right now. Okay, look at this.
There we go.
What? Ace Blade is on 6 right now?
Yeah, Ace Blade 6
just
dropped.
Man, I gotta catch up. Well, no. I'm caught up with you.
Yeah, you caught up.
No. I mean, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 6. So I'll be right there with
you. Yeah. Harlem's Renaissance. Drawn by the illustrious Wally McNair. That's coming out. Well, we're gonna do a Kickstarter for that one in February. Ballad of Black Rose. In April. Kyron's drawing that right now. Wally's about to do some test 8 pages on that one. Got that King Supreme coming out in July. We're gonna do a release party in July. I might have to invite Wally out to the studio and get some pizzas and everything.
It's crazy. You said might have to invite me. If I hit that deadline, I might get invited to the release. I might.
I know he said I might.
Nah. Since you say it like that, Wally is definitely gonna come out to the studio.
Yeah, he can't. Hey, Wally, he ain't even say, Javon, we gonna invite you.
Right.
He ain't even say you invited. He
could dismissed you altogether and gave me.
I ain't even here. Like, like I don't mean nothing.
I feel like that jacked up card in the spade game where you like, I got 5 in a possible.
Take the
I'm impossible. I ain't even impossible right now.
I ain't
impossible.
And he said it was gonna keep going. Like,
take the graphic down.
Yeah. July might invite.
Right.
Javon don't exist. Anyway, next book. I'm like, God dang, I might get
listen, I want to do Heroes Con, but I don't know why it's so expensive to fly to North Carolina. What is up with y'all, man?
What is it for you to get here?
Depends on where you're going.
Last time I looked, it was like $250, $300 for a round trip.
Land in GSO instead. Don't go to RDU or CLT. Go to GSO.
Land where?
GSO, Greensboro.
Me and nigga. Oh, you gonna come get me?
You gotta move to get there.
But Greensboro, how far is that from you?
Greensboro, 20 minutes from me.
Yeah, it's close to that. It was 20 for Danny, probably about what, 40 for me, 30, 40 for me.
Saying don't be telling me to go somewhere. You're like, I don't know what to tell you.
Especially after not inviting you to the release.
I know, man. I still ain't.
Fly to Greensboro. There.
You pay for your ticket. I'll come pick you up.
Damn, I gotta pay for my ticket, man. God,
definitely gotta pay for your ticket.
Oh my goodness, man, that's just rude. Yeah.
I gotta pay for Wally's gas money to come down, so you gotta pay
nothing. Yeah,
I ain't say that, but I ain't gonna turn the gas down. What you mean?
I mean, Wally, how far are you from from the store?
I think
About an
about
hour.
two. No. From
Hey
you,
man, I just want to point out
about two.
you want to know how much it costs for a flight to where you just told me?
How much?
It's like $382.
I
Oh
just
no. Never mind. Forget that.
You might well come to straight to Charlotte then.
Yeah.
Don't even do that.
Good grief, man. What is up with y'all? Why is it so expensive?
These prices are ridiculous. I miss
Why
when
is
my
it so
wife used to work.
expensive?
My wife used to work for American Airlines, and we used to fly for free. But
Yeah,
It's even more expensive to Charlotte. It's
Yeah.
$477.
yeah, I knew it. That's what I figured. I knew it had to be more expensive to go to Charlotte.
Hold up, let me see.
that's right now
100%.
prices. Or you looking at like
RDU?
June?
I'm looking at for June for Heroes Con.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Heroes
Yes.
Con might not happen, man. That's ridiculous.
What's that? How long a drive is that? 10 hours for you?
It's Javon's not driving amount of hours. That's what it is. It's like
Terrible.
never ever gonna happen amount of hours. Yeah.
Mm.
So if I flew out from New York, it's like 292.
Yeah, that's about right for New York.
That just means I gotta drive 2 hours.
Oh,
to
so that
fly.
means it's the departure place is what makes it expensive. You got
Yeah, Hartford is not, well, it's becoming international. I think it's semi.
okay. That's
But
probably
even
it.
still, man, that's dumb expensive, man.
When I was going back and forth to New York,
We'll never beat and Danny.
it would be about $250
How much?
back and forth to New York round trip.
Let me see. How much is it for y'all to come here? Just curious.
RDU to CLT to Hartford.
Christ. Oh my gosh, that was like $500.
Is it a direct flight?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh Jesus, you guess y'all ain't never come
Man,
together.
you better go to Expedia and quit playing around.
I'm on
But
Travelocity.
anyway. Oh yeah, that's about to say.
All right,
well,
let's call it. This is fun.
Tiana walked in.
I know. Tiana's hand is like right above the screen.
Yeah, so
Gotta hold it.
Danny.
I gotta hold
It's
it.
like right here, like literally. She's just waiting for him, or like there's a finger about to.
Tiana ain't paying no attention to me. She in there resting.
We know that, which is why we wonder why you be trying to rush off so quick.
Because I want to go lay down beside my wife. I want to go lay in there and
I
rest
ain't worried
too.
about you. Whatever.
listen.
All right, y'all.
2-second story before we go. Me and
All
Morgan was talking to Danny on the phone. Thought we was having a deep conversation about the future of life. Next thing I know, this nigga won't respond. Me and Morgan was like, yo, where is Danny at? Is he still on the line? No, he isn't. 3 days later, I had to go, y'all. We ain't even asked no questions because we knew why he had to go. God bless you. Good night.
Maybe my battery died. You don't know.
No. you was
Listen,
punished for being late.
Hey, thank y'all for stopping by on this very ad-lib version of Top 5 Live. Thanks, Wally, for coming through.
Appreciate you, brother.
Go on and spend time with your wife. And I'm going to find some cold medicine. Peace.
Hey, good luck, my brother. Peace, y'all.